Greetings viewers, Eric the Car Guy. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Now this video is actually an excerpt that's taken out of a longer video about the engine build that I did of the 383 that I put into this 1990 C1500 that's behind me. I used the stock 350 and built that. Anyway, that video will be linked down in the description for you. But this video in particular is about how to install a nylon cam button on a small block Chevy. What I did with this engine is I installed a roller cam, and if you're installing a roller cam, you need some way to locate the camshaft so that it doesn't rock back and forth as the engine operates. I think one of the cheapest, most economical ways of doing this is with a nylon cam button. Yes, there are other ways of doing this, but this video in particular covers the installation and fitting of a nylon cam button. So if you're looking for information on that, this video is for you. So let's get started with the action already in progress right now. I need to get the cam button in here and the front cover on. I'm using a nylon cam button from Comp Cams. It's a pretty common part. It looks like it's an interference fit. Also, these things can be adjusted. As previously stated, the cam with a roller cam can walk back and forth. We don't want that. This fits in here, pushes against the inside of the timing cover, and keeps the cam located where it's at. And once I get that installed, the next step is to check the camshaft end play, also to torque these to spec. The one thing I did read up on these was avoid the aluminum ones. Aluminum apparently will possibly mess up your cover. Yeah, I couldn't find a whole lot of information on the installation of this other than that. And I had to take the bolts out because it wouldn't go past those. Oops, almost forgot. These get Loctite. They get torqued to 20 foot-pounds. Yeah, that pointer's sticking out quite a bit at the moment. It's nylon. It was meant to be trimmed. I'm just gonna sort of get a rough idea of how far I need to go on this. Well, let's see. 11:30 seconds have to come off of this, which is a lot. That doesn't seem right. Like maybe about half that seems reasonable. Probably should have waited to do the Loctite and the final torque until I sorted this out. Lessons you can learn from Eric the Car Guy. That's not helpful. Well, at least I lined the timing marks up before I got here. I'm gonna start by taking that much off. Better, but I got a ways to go. So when this bolts down, the gasket's a little bit of material, but not this much. I want it so that when I bolt it down, it's not doing that. I'd love it if it was just flush. They also make a roller style of this that is adjustable, so you just turn a screw and you're done. This is the less expensive version. Yeah, one does not simply walk into Mordor when doing a cam button. Yeah, this feels like no end play. I got zero movement, so as I suspected, we are not ready yet. And I'm going on the side of the cam lobe, so relax yourself. But there's literally zero still. It doesn't stay, like when I pry it over, it comes back, which says to me that cover's pushing it back. Going in easier with each adjustment. Well, that time it's zero. I think I'd feel better with just a little bit more off. Like hand sanding a little bit more off. Perfect. It's like right in the middle of the spec, because I can actually feel it contacting the front cover now. I think I have to hit it just right in order for it to come all the way back. I think it's right at 5. All right, let's get some Loctite on those fasteners, retorque them, and get this front cover on. We're back to this point. Going to redo the Loctite, redo the torque, but I'm much happier with this position than when I first put it in. But know that if you're going to do one of these nylon cam buttons, you got some clearancing to do. Well, viewers, I hope this information was useful to you if you are installing a nylon cam button on your small block Chevy, or I think just the installation of a nylon cam button or fitting it in general. As stated, there are other ways of doing this, other parts you can buy, but I believe this to be the most economical way. Those little cam buttons are only a couple of bucks. So you could buy 2 of them if you screw one up. You might have one around as a spare. Anyway, I hope the information in this video helped walk you through that process. As I stated at the beginning of the video, this is actually part of a larger video that I will link down in the description about assembling the 383 that went into this truck behind me, if you're interested in that. Also, there will be other links to other videos and things about this truck if you're interested. Also linked down in the description will be the tools, the parts, everything that I use, so please check the description for additional information. If you have automotive questions that weren't covered in this video, I ask that you head to EricTheCarGuy.com, also linked in the description, and you can get help there. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do those things that help make a living. I super appreciate that. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.